Everyone, Scottish Lad here and welcome back to Scottish Lad Darts channel. And today's review, it's a review that a lot of people have asked me to do recently. As you all know, I'm an avid Phil Taylor dart collector. So I've been asked to review the Phil Taylor Generation 9 darts. These are 26 gram, but you'll hear all that in the close-up section. You don't get to see this very well in the close-up section. They do come supplied with the 26mm nano points, obviously Swiss point system. Without further ado, let's crack on with the review. Here we go then, folks. It's a nice close-up look to the Target Phil Taylor Generation 9 9.5 darts, if you prefer. These ones are 26 gram. They're also available in 22 and 24 gram steel tip, 18 gram and 20 gram soft tip. Now, as you can see, like Target usually do, they went down that very extravagant route. Got some nano grip at the front here. Does add a bit of grip to it as well, let's say, this front part, especially if you grip kind of round about here, you've got the twin ring grip as well. I'd probably give that, where I'm holding it, an easy level 3 grip there. If you're kind of more in the middle, you're kind of slightly on this, and this does actually have a decent bit of grip on it, but it's not an awful lot. I'd say that's a level, probably a level 3 grip as well, just because you're getting the bite from those lateral cuts. Now, if you're a rear gripper like myself, that is quite slippy. So I'd say that in itself is only a level 2.5 grip. So unfortunately for rear grippers, unless you don't like an overly grippy dart, I wouldn't recommend. They come with the G9 shafts, which are really nice, especially when they've added that kind of unique square cut onto it as well. And of course, those Target Vapor, Phil Taylor Vapor flights. I've only seen him and a handful of other players using. Now, as I said, these ones are 26 gram. The length from here where that Swiss point meets the barrel to here where the stem meets the barrel is 42 millimeters. So it's a bomber dart, so you'd expect it to be obviously short, which it is. And the maximum width, so you're kind of talking kind of this section here, is 7.65 millimeters. So as you expect from a bomber dart, it is a fairly chunky dart. Now, as well as this nano section at the front here, as you can see, they are supplied with the 26mm nano Swiss point as well. So unfortunately, 26mm is too short for me, so I may change them out for the thrown section, but I may just keep these and we'll see how they go on, because they are going to be displayed anyway. It's not as if I'm going to throw them again after this. Now, the tungsten obviously content is 95%, like all the previous 8 generations, including these ones, they've always been 95%. Now, the price point is what's going to put a lot of people off on these, because these are going to set you back £94.95. For a collector standpoint, certainly worth it if you're a collector of Taylor darts like myself, only missing the match play edition. I'll get there eventually, hopefully. But it's a stunning looking dart, I'd say. The only downside as well is how chipped up they get, really easily chipped, as you can see on this dart as well. All the markings and stuff like that, that was just from a handful of throws at the board before I even done the throwing section. So obviously that sandblasting effect will wear off over time. So I've given you all the necessary information of the Phil Taylor Generation 9. Let's get them over to the board and we'll see how I got on with them. Here we go then, folks, throwing section for the Phil Taylor Generation 9 darts. Now, it is a bloody miracle in how anybody can throw those flights. They are absolutely murder. But given that, it is what it is. I should have changed to standard. That's just mine being silly. But these darts, especially if you're a front to middle gripper, feel really nice in the hand. Especially when you get a hold of that ring grip with the lateral cuts, it feels really nice in the fingers. Rear grippers, you've not got a lot of grip there, sadly, in terms of that square, unique cut grip. Obviously, with the CNC milling, it just doesn't feel grippy at all. I'd say at the rear it's definite 2.5. Front to middle is definite 3. Fly lovely when you get the right grip on it, but for me as a rear gripper, I always found the rear lacking and very, very slippery. But it is what it is, I suppose. It's a bomber style dart, as you remember from the close-up section. Phil Taylor's 9th generation with Target darts. It's quite hard to believe it's actually been 9 years since he signed with Target. Very unreal to believe. But if you've got these, let me know what you think of them. For me personally, I'd say they're just a collector's dart more than anything, because when you throw them, that sandblasted effect is going to wear off super duper quick. And of course, it's going to look ugly when they all fall to bits. Obviously, I'm a Taylor collector, as you know, so it'll go straight into my collection. But really, in terms of the previous 9 generations, 8 generation, I'm from 8 and 9 just aren't the greatest, I'd say. They kind of lost touch at generation 3 in my view. But these darts are well balanced for a bomber dart. As soon as you change that flight to a standard flight, they are a fantastic dart. But I've given you the necessary what I think of these in the throne section. Let's go and get wrapped up. Well then folks, that was my review of the Target Phil Taylor Generation 9 darts in 26g. Also available in 22, 24g steel tip and 18 and 20g for you soft tippers. £94.95 for a set of darts that I don't believe a lot of people will actually throw, simply because they look like a collector's dart. Especially for me, as obviously a Phil Taylor collector, they'll go straight into my collection. I'll probably not even throw them again. I'll maybe throw them once or twice every so often, but they will not be thrown properly. So let me know what you think of them in the comment section. Personally, from a throwing them standpoint, certainly wouldn't throw them because it would just end up wasted overly quickly, especially with that black coating. But in terms of collector's dart, they look absolutely stunning. They're stunning to look at. Come supplied obviously with the Swiss points, which is easily changed. I know a lot of people don't like Swiss points for obvious reasons. They are designed to snap, which is unfortunate. But there we go. Lovely, lovely dart for a collector. For a throwing person who wants to throw them, probably not so much. But let me know what you think of these in the comment section down below. Obviously, while you're there, don't forget to do the usual stuff like leave a like on the video or dislike. Either way, the algorithm likes it. Also, leave a comment what you think. But the most important thing to me, guys, is smash that subscribe button. Obviously, the goal for this year was 2,000 subscribers. I'm close enough to that. I'm happy with that. But the more of you guys that subscribe, the more of you guys I feel that I'm helping out by doing these reviews. But as I say, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Stay safe out there. And of course, keep on darting.